Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Cost Cutters Field at Waterloo Riverfront Stadium. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios, getting ready for Game 2 of our neutral site doubleheader between Ottumwa and Hampton-Dumont. Ottumwa trying to recover from having its hearts broken, all of their hearts broken collectively. Took a 1-0 lead in the first inning of Game 1, led 3-0 after 3 innings, led 3-0 going to the bottom of the 7th. But then without hitting a ball out of the infield, Hampton-Dumont scored 4 runs. The winning run scoring on a steal of home with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And Ottumwa drops a heartbreaker 4-3 to Hampton-Dumont as their Bulldogs beat our Bulldogs. Bulldogs of Ottumwa enter this matchup at 0-5. Hampton-Dumont now 2-1. The coach is about to meet at home plate, so let's get the Game 2 lineups for you. First, for Hampton-Dumont, who's a visiting team in Game 2, and if you hear me pause there, Ottumwa was a visiting team in Game 1, Hampton-Dumont visiting team in Game 2, and I wrote down my lineups backwards in Game 2 in my scorebook. So here's the Hampton-Dumont lineup. Leading off and playing shortstop, Marco Guerrero. Batting second, the center fielder, Tony Valenzuela. Cal Heron, the catcher, bats third. Logan Pfeffer, the DH, hits cleanup. Kyle Helmke at third base, batting fifth. Tommy Birdsell at first base, hits sixth. Tucker Heron in right field, batting seventh. Marcos Baez, the second baseman, hits eighth. And Braden Johnson, the left fielder, bats ninth. On the mound for Hampton-Dumont, making his first appearance of the year on the mound, Peyton McNeely, who's a senior. Last year as a junior, 3 starts, 5 appearances overall, 1-1 record, 5.92 ERA. 13 innings pitched, 16 hits allowed. Opponents hit .286 against him. Walked 19, struck out 14. As for your Ottumwa Bulldogs, leading off and playing left field, Miles Sainer. Batting second, the third baseman, Carter Thompson. Adam Greiner at first base, hitting third, and Tanner Shark in center field, batting cleanup. Javen Rominger will pitch and bat fifth. Lucas Barnes in right field, hitting sixth. Tucker Long, the shortstop, batting seventh. Kason Palm at second base, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the catcher, Dalton Dowd. On the mound, as we said, for Ottumwa, Javen Rominger, the sophomore, making his second start. He's 0-1, ERA of 14. Had a tough start against Indianola last week, pitched 3 innings, allowed 6 runs on 10 hits. He did strike out 5, but he was victimized early on by a pair of 2-run homers by Indianola slugger Brady Blake. Don't see any home runs happening in this ball game, and hopefully Rominger can keep the ball down, keep it in the park, and give his team a chance to be successful and finally pick up their first win of the season. We're just a minute or two away from first pitch. Ottumwa's about to take the field, so we'll take a quick 1-minute timeout and come back with the start of Game 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ, about to start Game 2 of our doubleheader. Ottumwa, the home team in Game 2 after being the road team in Game 1. Javen Rominger on the mound, 0-1 to start the season. The defense behind him, Miles Sainer in left. Tanner Shark in center. Lucas Barnes in right. Carter Thompson at third. Tucker Long at short. Kason Palm at second. Adam Greiner at first. And Dalton Dowd is behind the plate. Ottumwa out-hit Hampton-Dumont in Game 1, but fell victim to a wacky seventh inning. Hopefully no such insanity is in store for Game 2. Marco Guerrero, Tony Valenzuela, Cal here in the top three in the Hampton-Dumont order as we get ready for Game 2. Guerrero in Game 1 was 1 for 4, reached on an error and scored one of the 4 seventh-inning runs that doomed Ottumwa in the opener. The left-hander Rominger's first pitch of Game 2. Fastball inside 1-0. First pitch at 7:19. 57 degrees the temperature has fallen to here in Waterloo. Skies are overcast. The 1-0. Chopper right side slowly hit. Right to Griner by the bag. Picks it up. Steps on the sack for out number 1. That'll bring up the center fielder Tony Valenzuela, whose steal of home was the final play in Hampton-Dumont's win in Game 1. Overall in Game 1, he was 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. First pitch, late swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, 57 degrees, a north wind at 14 miles an hour. That's blowing in from left center. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Rominger working from the third base side of the rubber. The lefty rocks and fires. Breaking ball, grounded first base side. Sunday hop into the glove of Griner. Once again, steps right on the bag for out number 2. That brings up Cal Heron, the catcher. Senior in Game 1 was 0 for 4. Did reach on an error and got credited for an RBI in that 7th inning. Run would have scored even had, or one of the runs on that play would have scored even if the play had been made. It was on that play that Hampton-Dumont scored 2 runs and tied the game at 3. First pitch here, down and in, ball 1. Javen winds and delivers, and a swing and a miss at a high fastball, count even at a ball and a strike. Rominger kind of shaking his head. He missed his spot, but he got the swing and miss. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, 1-2. Javen getting several swings and misses in this first inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The left-hander's pitch. Inside, 2-2. Javen throws a little bit harder than Shark or Griner, who pitched in Game 1. First time through the order might be a bit of a challenge for Hampton-Dumont. Ottumwa certainly hopes it is. The 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. First strikeout for Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. Hampton-Dumont goes down in order. And after half an inning, Hampton-Dumont nothing. Ottumwa coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, Ottumwa set Hampton-Dumont down in order. Now the Bulldogs of Ottumwa will get their first look at big Hampton-Dumont Bulldog right-hander Peyton McNeely, making his first pitching appearance of the season. The defense behind him, Braden Johnson in left, Tony Valenzuela in center, Tucker Heron in right, Kyle Helmke at third, Marco Guerrero at short, Marcos Baez at second, Tommy Birdsell at first, and Cal Heron behind the plate. Top three in the order are still Miles Sainer, Carter Thompson, and Adam Griner for OHS. Sainer in game one was 2 for 4, couple of singles, stole a base. Ottumwa dropping that game 4-3. And while the 7th inning was heartbreaking, frustrating, infuriating, take your pick, Ottumwa left a lot of opportunities out on the base paths, had several runners thrown out on the base paths attempting to advance, sometimes taking a reasonable gamble, other times an ill-advised gamble. The Bulldogs hoping to play a little more sound baseball here in the nightcap. Sainer leads it off. McNeely winds and delivers. Down and in, ball 1. The numbers from last year say be patient with him. He was hittable, 286 of batting average against, but he walked 19 in 13 innings. That pitch popped in the air, foul off to the left over towards the Ottumwa dugout and out of reach. The third baseman Helmke over for a look, the hat flying off as he ran towards the dugout but had no play. And the count even at a ball and a strike to Sainer. Ottumwa did draw 5 walks in game one, although they were still aggressive at the plate. That pitch inside and it hits him. So Sainer wears one, and he's on to start the bottom of the first for Ottumwa. So here's Carter Thompson, who had a big game one, 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. Stole a base, scored 2 runs. Sainer getting his lead over at first. Long pause by McNeely in the pitch. Called a strike, but off the glove of Heron, and Sainer down to second on a passed ball. So it's 0-1, but now a man in scoring position, nobody out. I was about to look up. Sainer's stealing numbers on the year, 2 out of 3 in the early going. I make it 3 out of 4. He stole a base in game one. But now he's at second without having to steal the bag. Baez trying to hold him close. And the pitch. Little roller out towards short. Charging it is Guerrero Fields. Throws on the run. Got off the glove of the first baseman into foul territory. Around third coming home and scoring is Sainer, and it's 1-0 Ottumwa. And that's got to be an error on the first baseman, Birdsell. Now, he wasn't the first baseman in game one. That was McNeely. So Birdsell moves over there, and that throw was a little bit high, but it went in and out of the glove. So that's got to be E3. And Sainer comes home. So Sainer gets hit by a pitch, goes to second on a pass ball, and scores on an error. And now here's Adam Griner. Man on first, nobody out, already 1-0 Ottumwa again. Griner takes a pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Adam, a good game one at the plate, 2 for 4, a couple of singles, hit the ball hard 3 times. One and 0 the count to Griner, who's probably looking for a little redemption himself after taking the game one loss. Not totally his fault. In fact, a large part of it not really his fault. That pitch inside, 2-0. Can't blame him for the chopper over the mound of the infield hit. The walk is his responsibility, but a couple errors. One of the errors was his, but some weird things happened in that bottom of the 7th, and I'm trying not to dwell on it. See if Ottumwa can put together a big inning here, get this game out of reach early, and kind of erase that, kind of the odor of that loss. Griner takes another pitch down low, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. 1 run already home for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the first. Thompson at first, nobody out. The 3-0. Griner taking all the way down and in, ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Bulldog walks brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. First and second, nobody out, and it's Tanner Shark at the plate. Tanner 1 for 4 with a single in game one. Bunt shown, pitch taken for a strike 0-1 on the outside corner. Birdsell over at first was starting to hold Griner on and then realized there's no point with the runner at second. Now he's come in to play the potential bunt. If Shark does bunt this, it's got to be right at the third baseman Helmke. Make him field it. Right now waving the bat over his shoulder. Bunt now shown in the pitch outside. Count evens at 1-1. Tanner trying to show that bunt late. Ottumwa had a play where they had a runner at second picked off when they showed bunt early in game 1. Bunt shown again. Pitch is low and away. 2-1. Thompson trying to get as big of a lead as he can without drawing a pickoff throw from either the pitcher McNeely or the catcher Heron after the pitch is thrown. First baseman Birdsell is in on the grass. That pitch bunted third base side, but it goes foul, and the count even at 2-2. And you want to bunt it that way, and Hampton-Dumont is leaving Helmke even with the bag at third so he can field a throw if a bunt does get down. Birdsell charging aggressively from first. But it is a situation where, and with 2 strikes he may not bunt now, but it is a situation where if you get that bunt third base side past the pitcher, it might be a bunt single. 2-2. And the pitch way outside, no sign of a bunt there. 3-2. Not going to bunt with 2 strikes, it would appear. Now the count's full. Thompson at second, Griner at first, a run home, no hits yet in the inning. After a long pause, the 3-2 to Shark. Low and away, ball 4. Didn't need the bunt as the bases have been walked loaded. So we've got a hit batter, an error, 2 walks, bases loaded, a run home, and the batter, Javen Rominger, who hit the ball hard more than once in game 1, a sac fly, an RBI double, a run scored, 1 for 2 overall. Left-handed pitcher, but a right-handed batter. And Hampton-Dumont has the infield mostly in. Baez at second is about halfway. Well, now the shortstop, Guerrero, backs up to halfway. So corner infielders in, middle infielders halfway. And a swing and a foul tip into the mitt by Rominger, strike 1. Rominger, the pitcher in game 2, trying to help his own cause. Already has a 1-0 lead and a chance to really do some damage here. A Bulldog at every base, the 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, McNeely just keeps throwing every pitch to that corner, whether it's a lefty or a righty, it seems. Maybe not every single one, but kept pitching it away to Shark, and now he keeps coming inside on Javen. The 1-1. That one goes outside and catches the corner 1-2. Don't want to strike out here. A strikeout would be big for McNeely. Bases loaded, nobody out. A long pause, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 1. That'll put it in the hands of Lucas Barnes. Barnes was 0 for 3 in game 1, a couple of fly balls to center and a foul out. Fly ball to center would get a run home here. First pitch, upstairs, ball 1. The first baseman, Birdsell, still playing in near the edge of the grass. The third baseman, Helmke, is about even with the bag. Middle infielder's hoping to turn 2, although Baez at second is creeping closer. The 1-0, up and in, 2-0. Heron, the catcher, thought about a snap throw to third, but held on to it. Hitters count for Barnes, 2-0. Don't want to go chasing here. Ball 4 would mean a run, if you can get there. Now the 2-0. Fouled back to the screen, 2-1, had him reaching a little bit. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1 run home, but we had bases loaded, nobody out a moment ago. Now it's 1 away. Someone doesn't want to leave these opportunities out on the base paths. The 2-1. Strike on the inside corner, 2-2. Got to put it in play here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tucker Long on deck. The pitch. Popped it up. Infield fly in effect, and the pitcher, McNeely, on the back of the mound, makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Tucker Long if Ottumwa wants to get a crooked number on the board. They lead 1-0, but it's gone from bases loaded, nobody out to bases loaded, 2 out. Long 1 for 3 with an RBI single in game 1. Left-handed batting shortstop digs in. Pitch way high, ball 1, snap throw down to third, not in time. I think that was a set play. But Carter Thompson, the veteran, not falling for it over at third. 1-0 to Long. Thompson at third, Griner at second, Shark at first. Sainer was hit by a pitch, went to second on a pass ball, scored on an error, then 2 walks loaded the bases. Long takes a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Outside corner looks like it's a bit generous here in game 2. Now the 1-1. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2, and McNeely is a strike away from wriggling off the hook here and only allowing the 1 unearned run. One and 2 to Long. The pitch. Outside and low, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. Guerrero's bobbled it. No play. The run scores, and it's 2-0. Well, Ottumwa gifted a couple runs to Hampton-Dumont that cost them the game in the 7th inning in game 1. Hampton-Dumont just gifted a second run to OHS. Thompson scores. Griner to third. Shark to second. Long does not get an RBI. It's an E6. Both runs in the inning are unearned. And now Kason Palm, the batter, and he fouls it back to the screen, 0-1. Palm did not play in game 1. And this is his first at-bat of the season. What a moment. Bases loaded, 2 out in the first inning. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at an inside pitch, 0-2. Griner now dancing down the line at third. Heron bluffing a throw. Griner daring him to do it. And eventually Griner goes back to third and the ball goes back to the mound. 0-2 to Palm. 2-0 Ottumwa. And the pitch. Fouled back. And Palm, the junior second baseman, stays alive. Dalton Dowd on deck if Palm can keep the inning going. Base is still loaded. A 2 spot on the board. And the 0-2. Breaking ball inside corner called strike 3, and the inning is over. Ottumwa gets 2 runs. There were no hits. There were 2 errors and 3 left on base. After an inning, Bulldogs 2, Bulldogs nothing. Ottumwa's got the lead on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Lee's Photography in Ottumwa, capturing all the special moments in your life, such as weddings, sports, senior photos, family portraits, and more. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street across from the Courier in Ottumwa, capturing memories to last a lifetime. And by Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, your premium broadband provider expanding into Wapello County. Please go to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com to express interest in fiber internet at your home. Top of the second here in Waterloo. Ottumwa leading Hampton-Dumont 2-0. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Hampton-Dumont Bulldogs. Logan Pfeffer, Kyle Helmke, Tommy Birdsell, I keep doing that. First pitch is a strike to Pfeffer, 0-1. DHing for the second straight game, moving up to fourth in the order. He hit seventh in game one. He was 0 for 2 with a walk. As that pitch is outside, 1-1. He was at the plate with the bases loaded, 2 out in the bottom of the seventh, game tied at 3, when Tony Valenzuela stole home to win the game. Now Javen Rominger's 1-1. Downstairs 2-1. Ottumwa 2 runs, no hits, no errors. Hampton-Dumont, no runs, no hits, 2 errors. The 2-1 pitch, chop foul back behind the plate, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pfeffer, no batting gloves as he stands in the right-handed batter's box, slightly closed stance. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball past the mound, charging is long, the gun from short, in time for out number 1. Boy, Tucker Long makes that play look so easy. That brings up the third baseman, Kyle Helmke. In game 1, Helmke was 0 for 3. He was intentionally walked in the 7th inning to load the bases and set up a force play that didn't end up coming into play. Takes a pitch on the inside corner for a called strike, and in the interest of being honest, folks, that pitch looked like it was off the plate inside. This strike zone may be big both ways, inside and out tonight. The 0-1. Swing and a foul. And the count is 0-2. Helmke chased a breaking ball down and in on that one. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on, top 2. Ottumwa leading 2-0. The 0-2. Breaking ball lifted in the air to left. It's shallow over towards the line. Long run for Sainer, long run for Thompson. And it's Carter Thompson in foul territory, making a sliding catch with his back to the infield for out number 2. Wow, what a play by the junior. Carter Thompson with Ottumwa's best defensive play of the night so far. 2 away for Tommy Birdsell. Right fielder in game 1, first baseman in game 2, 1 for 4 at the plate in the opener. Lefty to lefty, Rominger to Birdsell, swinging a chopper over the mound to his left. Short hop by Long, throw to first in time for out number 3, and another good play by Tucker Long at short, making it look easy. Hampton-Dumont goes down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. Ottumwa leading 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning here at Costcutters Field at Waterloo Riverfront Stadium, home of the Waterloo Bucks. Ottumwa leading Hampton-Dumont 2-0 as OHS comes to bat in the bottom of the second. 9-1 and 2 due up. Dalton Dowd, Miles Sainer, Carter Thompson. Against the big right-hander Peyton McNeely. Dowd 1 for 5 with an RBI on the young season. Left-handed batting sophomore catcher. McNeely winds and delivers, and the pitch bounces in there for ball 1. McNeely's shown a little frustration on the mound when he's not been able to hit his spot. And that pitch hit in the air to shallow left, coming on and trying to make a sliding catch, unable to do so, is Braden Johnson, the left fielder, and Dowd has a leadoff single. So Ottumwa didn't have a hit in the first inning, but they get the first hit by either team in this game here to lead off the second. Top of the order, Miles Sainer hit by a pitch and came around to score a run in the first inning. Get a courtesy runner for Dowd, the catcher, and that will be Luke Gravy. So Gravy running at first, Sainer at the plate. Nobody out. Ottumwa hoping to add to a 2-0 lead. McNeely from the stretch, and the pitch. Liner caught by the third baseman Helmke, and Gravy's doubled off first. Two out, nobody on. Boy, Sainer hit it on the nose, but right to the third baseman Helmke. In the old rule, with less than 2 outs, you got to freeze on a line drive. Gravy did not do that, and unfortunately, it's another base running mistake for OHS. So now Carter Thompson, the batter. First pitch misses, ball 1. The next offering, popped it up, right side of the infield. Who wants it? The first baseman Birdsell in on the grass makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, but nobody left. After 2, Ottumwa leading 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced, professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Ottumwa leading Hampton-Dumont 2-0 in Game 2 of our doubleheader in Waterloo tonight. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Bulldogs of Hampton-Dumont. What inning did I say it was? It's top of the third. Again, we're playing this neutral site doubleheader, so Hampton-Dumont won a coin toss, and they were the home team in Game 1. Ottumwa the home team in Game 2. Now, I got messed up in my scorebook and wrote Hampton-Dumont's lineup on the home side of my book here in Game 2, so I'm scoring backwards. Those of you who enjoy having a scorebook at a ball game, you probably know what I'm talking about. Anyway, here is Tucker Heron, Marcos Baez, and Braden Johnson, and Tucker Heron swings and misses strike 1. In Game 1, Tucker Heron was 3 for 3, had 3 singles, and scored the first of the 4 runs in that 7th inning. Javen Rominger into the windup in the 0-1. Down and in, ball 1, 1-1 the count. And playing at the home of the Waterloo Bucks, a member of the Northwoods League, one of those summer collegiate wood bat leagues, as this pitch is fouled on the ground right side, 1-2. And if you're not familiar with that concept, basically the Northwoods League and other leagues like it allow college players who play their college ball in the spring with the aluminum bats. They go to various locales in the summer and play baseball in essentially minor league parks with wood bats as they hopefully prepare themselves for a shot at playing professionally. There's a fly ball hit to center field. Shark, though, drifting. He's got a bead. Tanner makes the catch, out number 1. 1 down for the second baseman, Marcos Baez. The winning pitcher in Game 1 did not bat in Game 1. At the plate on the season, Baez is 1 for 2. Last year he had 25 at-bats and hit .080. First pitch, outside corner, strike one. Rominger trying to stay in the groove. The wind and the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, back to the mound, leaping grab of the grounder by Rominger. Throw to first and a quick second out. Javen fielding his position well. 2 down for the number 9 hitter, Braden Johnson. Johnson in game 1, 0 for 1. He walked twice. And that walk on a borderline pitch on a 3-2 count in the bottom of the 7th inning, that really changed the tone of this game. It put 2 on, nobody out, and set Hampton-Dumont up for their big rally. Swing and a miss here, 0-1. Johnson, his swing is not textbook, as this pitch is down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. He does what hitting coaches cringe at, is that front foot, instead of striding towards the mound, it'll stride towards third base. He's kind of pulling off the ball and putting his foot in the bucket, as the saying goes. You could see him even in his setup when he didn't swing, like on that pitch, which was down for a ball. That front foot, that left foot, is straying out towards the third baseline, and it's going to be hard to hit the ball with any kind of authority when you're pulling off it like that. The 2-1. It's up and away, 3-1. Of course, the problem for Ottumwa is they walked him twice in game 1, and now 2 out, nobody on. Rominger's gone 3-1 on him. Got to throw a strike here, the 3-1. There's a pitch right down Broadway, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. Ottumwa's walked the number 9 hitter 3 times in this doubleheader. It's already come back to haunt them once. Top of the order, Marco Guerrero, a grounder to first his first time up. So Johnson at first, the first base runner of game 2 for Hampton-Dumont. And Rominger will work from the stretch for the first time. Has his sign from the catcher Dowd. And the pitch. Up and away, ball 1. And suddenly, after getting the first 2 men out with relative ease, Rominger having a little trouble finding the target. Johnson has a short lead over there. The pitch, high again, 2-0. Braden Johnson stole 3 bases in 4 tries a year ago. Doesn't have a steal yet this year. 2-0 to Guerrero. That pitch on the inside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Rominger working quickly, and that pitch lined but well foul off to the right out of play. Late swing. And the count evens at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, runner at first, top 3. Ottumwa leading 2-0. Javen Rominger trying to keep it that way and get his team back to the plate. The pitch. Ground ball to the right side, over to get it is Palm. The easy flip to first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a walk and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Ottumwa leading 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning. Game 2 of our neutral site doubleheader in Waterloo. Ottumwa 2, Hampton-Dumont nothing. Griner, Shark, and Rominger due up for the Ottumwa Bulldogs here in the bottom of the third. None of those three players put the ball in play in the first inning. Griner and Shark walked. Rominger struck out. Ottumwa got 2 runs without a hit in the first inning. Miles Sainer was hit by a pitch, went to second on a pass ball, scored on a fielding error that put Carter Thompson on first. Griner and Shark both walked. They had bases loaded, nobody out. And Hampton-Dumont nearly got out of it. They retired the next 2 batters on a strikeout and a pop-up, and then a ground ball to short was booted for an error that allowed the second run to score. But Ottumwa still left the bases loaded in that first inning, only scored 2 runs. Would like to find a way to get some more. Peyton McNeely threw 33 pitches in the first inning. He only threw 5 in the second. And Griner lines this ball into left field. That'll be down for a base hit. So Adam, first pitch swinging, has his 3rd hit of the doubleheader. He's walked and singled in this game. They try to throw behind him at first, but he's back in safely. Well, Hampton-Dumont is willing to make some unconventional throws, and Ottumwa, I think, is trying to bait them into these throws. Maybe they can force a mistake. Here's Tanner Shark, who walked his first time up. Griner has his lead. First pitch to Shark. Up and away, ball 1. Adam is 2 for 2 in stolen base tries on the season. Don't normally think of him as one of Ottumwa's big runners. Dancing around out there, and the pitch outside 2-0. McNeely has walked 2 and hit a batter, and we told you that he had, I think, 14 walks in 13 innings pitched a year ago. So he can be a little wild. The 2-0 to Shark. Runner goes. Pitch way inside. The throw down to second. One hop, not in time. The ball actually got stuck under Griner as he slid in, not able to be fielded by the shortstop Guerrero. Griner 3 for 3 in stolen base tries. Pitch was a ball, 3-0 to Shark. Now a man in scoring position with nobody out. Guerrero starting to sneak in behind Griner, and Adam goes back to the bag while having a conversation with Guerrero. Adam's getting to know everybody out there. The pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. Shark taking all the way there, 3-1. Lights taking more effect now here at Waterloo Riverfront Stadium. Well, Griner is still talking to Guerrero out there. The 3-1. Tried to check his swing, went around on an outside pitch. Count fills 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Javen Rominger on deck. Runner at second, nobody out, bottom 3. The payoff to Tanner. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of the catcher Heron for strike 3. That's out number 1. 3rd strikeout for McNeely, and here's Rominger, who struck out swinging his first time up. McNeely from the stretch. And the pitch. Fly ball, that's pop up on the infield. The pitcher McNeely over into foul territory on the first baseline makes the catch, 2 down. Boy, Ottumwa's gotten under a lot of pitches in this game, it seems like. And the inning up to Lucas Barnes, who popped out to the pitcher his first time up. Griner at first, at second, he singled and stole second. The hit for Griner, the second of the game for Ottumwa. First pitch to Barnes, down and in, ball 1. Love to see a line drive into the gap. Doesn't have to be hit too hard. Griner running, pitch in the dirt, throw down to third, not in time. Griner picked a good pitch to run on, and he steals third. His fourth steal of the year, his second of the inning, and he's at third with a 2-0 count to Barnes. Now, not only will a base hit definitely score a run, but now Hampton-Dumont has to worry about a ball in the dirt. That pitch up and in. Heron fakes a snap throw to third. Griner dives back in safely. Boy, Adam is really trying to tempt Hampton-Dumont into a mistake. He danced down the third baseline a little ways there. 3-0 to Barnes. Pitch is a strike, 3-1. Tucker Long on deck if Barnes can keep the inning going. McNeely brings it home, and it hit him. Off-speed pitch hit him in the arm, so instead of another walk, it's a second hit batsman of the game. Runners at the corners, here's Long, who reached on an error that allowed a run to score in the first inning. So McNeely has walked 2 and he's hit 2. He's also struck out 3. He's allowed 2 hits. Ottumwa has 2 unearned runs scored without a hit in the first inning. Long trying to drive in a run now with a hit, preferably. Although Ottumwa will take that run any way they can get it. First pitch in the dirt, and heading down to second is Barnes. He'll get there on a wild pitch. The ball was kept in front of the plate by the catcher Heron, so no thought of Griner coming home. But Barnes alertly takes off and gets to second, knowing that Heron was going to be more concerned about keeping Griner at third. So that takes out the force at second. Now a base hit could score 2. 1-0 to Long. The pitch to the young shortstop. A little flare out to left field, shallow, and it'll hang up long enough for Johnson to make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. After 3, Ottumwa 2, Hampton-Dumont nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning. Ottumwa 2, Hampton-Dumont nothing. Bulldog baseball from Waterloo Riverfront Stadium tonight. Bulldogs again with an early lead, although they've left 5 on base in the first 2 innings, and they've had 1 base running miscue. And those 2 themes eventually came back to bite them a little bit in their Game 1 loss. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Hampton-Dumont. Here's Tony Valenzuela taking an outside corner strike from Javen Rominger, 0-1. Valenzuela bounced out to first his first time up. Only 1 base runner allowed in the first 3 innings by Rominger. That was a 2-out walk in the 3rd. Lefty to righty, the 0-1 here to Valenzuela. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Our home plate umpire makes some interesting hand movements. Looked like he was starting to call that a strike, even though that was in the dirt. The 1-1. Ground ball sharply, but right at Tucker Long at short. Sets his feet, fires across the diamond in time for out number 1. Tucker Long with an absolute cannon at short. I know I've said that a number of times, but then he makes a play like that, a routine play, but he does a little crow hop and then just fires a laser beam. 1 down for Cal Heron, who struck out his first time up. First pitch of this at-bat, low and away, ball 1. Ottumwa now 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Hampton 0-2, and there is a flare to shallow right, and Barnes left played on a hop, base hit. First hit of game 2 for Hampton-Dumont comes with one out in the fourth as Heron hits an opposite field single. That'll bring up Logan Pfeffer, who grounded to short his first time up. We'll get a courtesy runner now for Heron. And I did not get a look at the young man's number. We'll try to pick up the number of the courtesy runner and figure out who it is as we go along here. Right now, Pfeffer stands in 0 for 1. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. One out, one on for Hampton-Dumont here in the top of the fourth. Rominger's pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Javen looks at a couple of geese that go flying overhead. I think one of those geese might have been the one that jumped out in front of the car driving in here, nearly caused an accident. As that pitch is down and in, good stop by Dalton Dowd, and the count goes to 2-1 on Pfeffer. Wind blowing maybe a little bit more briskly in from left center now. As that pitch sails up and away, 3-1. Rominger struggles a bit more with the control from the stretch than he does from the windup, and that's not uncommon, especially at this level. 3-1. The pitch. Way outside ball 4, and all of a sudden, Hampton-Dumont has 2 on and 1 out. Kyle Helmke, the batter, fouled out to third his first time up. And a nice running play down the line by Carter Thompson with his back to the infield. First pitch, outside corner strike, 0-1. Two on, one out. Top four, Ottumwa leading 2-0. Hampton-Dumont with its first real threat of the night, in game 2 anyway. There's a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Not foul by a whole lot, but if it's fair, I think Carter Thompson might have had it. And it's 0-2 to Helmke. That might be number 24 out at second, the courtesy runner. That would be Brody Walton. So we'll go with Walton on second and Pfeffer on first. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Helmke down on 3 pitches for out number 2. Big second out for Javen Rominger. That's his second strikeout of the night, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa, and now he gets a left-handed batting Tommy Birdsell, who grounded to short his first time up. 2 on, 2 out. And the pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. A single and a walk, both with 1 out in the inning for Hampton-Dumont, but a strikeout has put Rominger 1 out away from getting out of the jam. But a liner to left is going to be down for a base hit over towards the line. Saner's got it, runner around third. Here's a throw to the plate, cut off, and a throw back to second, and that gets away. Oh, they would have had the runner at second out, but the throw was wide. No advances, it's backed up nicely. But a run scores on the single by Birdsell, and it's 2-1. So Walton comes home to score. Pfeffer came too far around second. Thompson cut off the throw and tried to get it to Palm on second base to get Pfeffer and end the inning, but the throw went wide. Backed up well by Ottumwa, though, so no further advance. Now 2 on, 2 out, a run home, and here's Tucker Heron, who flew out to center his first time up. First pitch, breaking ball strike, 0-1. That's a good curveball from Rominger. 0-1 to Heron. Rominger, long look in, has his sign. Look back at second where Pfeffer's dancing around. And the pitch, ground ball weakly to short, charged by Long, goes to first in time to retire the side. But Hampton-Dumont gets a run on 2 hits. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Ottumwa leading 2-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Ottumwa's lead has been cut to 1. They still have the advantage over Hampton-Dumont 2-1. But they'd like to get the bats going here again after a 2-run first inning. Left a couple guys in scoring position in the 3rd. 8, 9, and 1 due up here in the 4th. Kaysen Palm, Dalton Dowd, Miles Sainer. Palm called out on strikes with the bases loaded and 2 out in the 1st inning. First pitch of this inning from McNeely is, wow, that got called a strike. And that ball was in the same batter's box as Palm. 0-1. That pitch drilled but foul off to the left, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Not say I'm a big fan of the strike zone here in game 2. As the pitch is chopped left side and knocked down but not fielded by the third baseman Helmke, and safe at first is Palm on what should be an error. Looked like Helmke got caught in between a little bit there. Didn't have a great play on it, but still got the glove on, and might have thought about letting it go for the shortstop Guerrero, who's coming in behind him. But it's an error to start the 3rd inning, and now let's see if Ottumwa can make Hampton-Dumont pay for it. Here's Dowd. Pitch bounces in there for ball 1. Dowd singled in the 2nd inning, but his courtesy runner was doubled off on a line drive. 1-0 here. Pitch count not really an issue anymore for McNeely. He threw 33 pitches in the 1st inning, but he only needed 20 to get through the next 2, as Ottumwa was a lot less patient. Throw to first and back in safely is Palm. Dowd was showing bunt early there. Third baseman Helmke in on the edge of the grass. First baseman Birdsell has to hold Palm on at first. Bunt shown again. Pitch bounces all the way to the backstop. Around second, thinking about third, but now holding on is Palm. So a wild pitch as Dowd pulled the bat back, and he's now ahead in the count 2-0 with the man in scoring position, and you don't need to lay down a bunt. A wild pitch does that for Ottumwa. Dowd still showing bunt, though. Maybe trying to advance him to third. And he does try to bunt at third base side, but foul. Count is 2-1. Birdsell now charging aggressively from first. Helmke holding his ground at third. You want to get this down and make Helmke come in and field it, then there's no way they can throw out Palm at third. That bunt is fair, third base side. It checks up for the pitcher to pick it up. McNeely's throw to first is wide. And able to catch the throw was the second baseman Baez, but it pulled him off the bag, I think. No, it did pull him off the bag. Dowd is safe. I said I think because he left the base, but it's for the courtesy runner, Luke Gravy. So Palm goes to third. Dowd gets credit for a sacrifice. He's safe on a throwing error by the pitcher. And now Gravy, who had the miscue in the first and the first time he's a courtesy runner, gets another shot at it. He's at first. Palms at third. Nobody out here. Sainer. And Sainer hits a line drive, caught by the second baseman, Baez, and Gravy is doubled off again. And there's 2 out and a runner on third. You can't run on a line drive with less than 2 out. You've got to freeze and make sure it's going to go through. That was right at Baez. So 2 out and a runner on third, and Carter Thompson, the batter, is 0 for 2. He's reaching on an air and popped up. Takes a curveball low, 1-0. Now, how frustrating is that for Sainer? The last 2 times up, first pitch he's hit line drives. They've gone right at infielders, and it's turned into a double play. He's credited, if you can call it that, with hitting into a double play, but that's not his fault. Pitch up and away to Thompson, and it's 2-0. Boy, Thompson really needs to pick up his teammates here. 2 balls, no strikes, runner at third, 2 down. Ottumwa leading 2-1, bottom 4. That pitch comes in and hits him. Well, he won't get the chance to, but it'll move on to Adam Greiner. Third batter hit by McNeely in this game, and now here's Greiner, who's walked and singled. Runners on the corners and 2 away. Greiner with a chance to, at the very least, restore the 2-run advantage Ottumwa's enjoyed since the first inning. Hampton-Dumont with a run in the top of the 4th to make it a 1-run game. And Greiner skies it to center, over towards right center now, and Valenzuela, the center fielder, gives way to the right fielder here, and who makes the catch to retire the side. So Ottumwa, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, but another base running mistake, and 2 left on base. After 4, Ottumwa leading 2-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 5th inning. Ottumwa with the narrow 2-1 lead over Hampton-Dumont here in Game 2 of our neutral site doubleheader at Waterloo Riverfront Stadium. 8-9-1 due up for Hampton-Dumont, Baez, Johnson, and Guerrero. Marcos Baez grounded back to the mound his first time up. Javen Rominger, 53 pitches through 4 innings. The left-hander's first pitch of the 5th inning is a fastball up and in, 1-0. Rominger allowed only a walk through the first 3 innings, but he gave up a run on 2 hits and a walk in the 4th. He gets a swing and a miss here by Baez, and the count evens at 1-1. Somewhat 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. As that pitch fouled off to the right out of play, 1-2. Hampton-Dumont, 1 run, 2 hits, and 4 errors. Scoreboard only has 3, but there were 2 errors in that 4th inning. The error where Palm reached, and then the error on the bunt that pulled Baez off the bag. Baez takes a pitch outside, appeal down to first on the check swing and no swing, and the count evens at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Marcos Baez. Rominger brings it home, and a foul off to the right again. Baez hitting these foul balls fairly hard, but well late with his swings. Still 2-2. Line by Rominger and the pitch. Down and in, full count. Well, you got to make a good pitch here. You do not want to walk the leadoff man in a one-run game. Three balls, two strikes, the payoff. Line foul, look out in the Hampton-Dumont dugout first base side. That ball skimmed off the railing of the fence in front of the dugout and ricocheted into the crowd, and I hope everybody in the crowd's okay. Still 3-2. Another payoff. Hit in the air, foul off to the right, out of play again. Already 8 pitches in this at-bat. Still 3-2 to Baez. Pitch number 9 coming up. Rominger's payoff again, up the stairs, ball forward. It was almost like Baez was just trying to foul off pitches until Rominger missed for ball 4. That'll bring up Braden Johnson, who walked his first time up. It's now 3 walks by Rominger. I would imagine the sacrifice is an option here, and Carter Thompson comes in on the edge of the grass. Bunt shown, pitch bunted out in front of the plate, picked up by Dowd, only plays to first. It's in time for out number 1. Tucker Long alertly covering third, so that Baez had to stop at second. The sacrifice 2-3 in the scorebook. Runner at second, 1 out for Marco Guerrero, who's grounded to first and grounded to second, 0 for 2. Hampton-Dumont trying to manufacture a run here, a walk and a sacrifice so far. Runner at second and 1 away. The pitch. Over but low, ball 1. Pitch number 65 coming for Javen Rominger here. 1-0 to Marco Guerrero. The pitch. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Guerrero was backing out of the way there, but that ball was right down Broadway. 1-1 to the Hampton-Dumont shortstop. The pitch. Chopper first base side, foul, and the count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Rominger has 2 strikeouts on the day so far. He could use number 3 right here. The pitch. Over but low. 2-2. Baez at second with 1 out. Rominger's 2-2. In the air, foul right side, over towards the fence, and making the catch up against the fence is Barnes. Runner tags, goes to third ahead of a strong throw. So Baez gets to third, but what a play by Lucas Barnes, crashing into the fence over there in foul territory in the bullpen, makes the catch. So 2 down. Runner does go to third, and here's Tony Valenzuela, who's grounded to first and grounded to short, 0 for 2. Top of the 5th inning, Ottumwa leading 2-1. The pitch. Breaking ball stayed high, 1-0. Hampton-Dumont has gotten a runner to third without a hit in this inning, a walk, a sacrifice, and then tagging up on a foul out. Down the line and right. There are 2 away. The 1-0 to Valenzuela. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Rominger looks in to get the sign from Dowd. Comes set. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Getting chillier here in Waterloo. Started at 57 degrees. They say it's 55 now. Going to be warmer for Memorial Day weekend, but Chilly night in Waterloo. The 2-1. Inside 3-1 with Cal Heron on deck. Hitters count for Valenzuela. Rominger, the lefty, brings it home, and it's high ball 4. Well, not the worst thing in the world, although you are bringing up probably the best hitter for Hampton-Dumont and Heron, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Boy, Rominger more or less breezed through the first 3 innings, but he gave up a run in the 4th, and now trying to avoid giving up a run here in the 5th. He's walked 2 in the inning. Runners at the corners and 2 down. The pitch. Curveball inside corner, strike 1. A nasty bender from Rominger. In case you're wondering, no activity in that Ottumwa bullpen. Rominger has his sign. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a high fastball. 0-2. And now Javen 1 strike away from getting out of the inning with the lead intact. No balls, 2 strikes. Baez the runner at third. Valenzuela the runner at first. Ottumwa leading 2-1. Hampton-Dumont threatening. The 0-2, runner goes. Pitch swung on and fouled back. And that'll send Valenzuela back to first. Still 0-2 to Heron. Maybe a pickoff throw is in order here now that they've run once on 0-2. Not going, is going, and it's a ground ball to short. And it goes right through the legs of Tucker Long. Picked up by... And now the throw to third gets away, and coming home to score is Valenzuela, and it's 3-2 in favor of Hampton-Dumont. And another instance of you got to be kidding me. 2 errors on the play. Now, Coach Yeager is going to have a conversation here because the runner, Valenzuela, who was going on the play, came around, ran right into Carter Thompson at third as Thompson was trying to field the throw. Thompson couldn't get to the ball. It got away. That allowed the run to score. But, boy, a routine grounder to short. It goes right through Tucker Long's legs. And Coach Yeager wants an interference call. I don't think he's going to win the argument. John still making his argument to both umpires. If they don't change this call, the inning will continue with Pfeiffer at the plate and the courtesy runner Walton at second, and Hampton-Dumont with a 3-2 lead. I don't know if Tucker Long was thinking he wanted to rush a short throw to second to get the force play and end the inning there, and he just pulled the glove up. Coach Yeager started to walk away, now goes back and still arguing. Now the conversation ends and the call's going to stand. So 2 errors on the play. The fielding error charged to Tucker Long, and then the throwing error charged to Tanner Shark, trying to throw out Valenzuela going to third. And again, Ottumwa bitten by, well, their own mistakes here, but now Pfeiffer takes a strike 0-1. Pfeiffer 0 for 1 with a walk. Still no hits in this inning. We've had 2 walks and then 2 errors on 1 play that allowed 2 runs to score, and suddenly Ottumwa's trailing. Thankfully, unlike game 1, they've got time to get back. Curveball stayed high, 1-1 the count. The 2 errors that led to the runs for Hampton-Dumont in Game 1 all came in the bottom of the 7th, and Hampton-Dumont walked it off. Ottumwa had no chance to reply. Pfeffer's pitch gets through the leg, throw to third, and not in time. The ball, I don't know how that ball didn't hit Pfeffer. I thought it was going to be a hit by pitch. It bounced away third base side. Walton took a chance going to third. Dowd had time to throw him out, but the throw was high to Thompson. He couldn't get the tag down in time, so it's a wild pitch. Again, are we sure that ball didn't hit Pfeffer? Apparently not, but it's now 2-1 with a runner on third, and that pitch up and away 3-1. And control is becoming a bigger issue for Rominger. Ottumwa got 200 runs in the first. They haven't scored since. Hampton-Dumont 200 runs here in the fifth. The 3-1 in there for a strike, 3-2. Kyle Helmke on deck for Hampton-Dumont, and Ottumwa doesn't want to see him bat until next inning. Three balls, two strikes. The payoff. Fouled back to the screen off the handle. We'll do it again. Still 3-2. The pitch. Inside corner called, strike three, and the inning is over. Another strikeout for Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. But Hampton-Dumont takes the lead, 2 runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Ottumwa down 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hello, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager with Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine. We specialize in pediatrics to geriatrics, internal medicine, and family practice. Basically, from babies to grandparents. We are here for you. We want to be your primary care provider. Call us at 641-683-0800 to schedule an appointment. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, 522 North Hancock Street in Ottumwa. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fifth inning, and Ottumwa trailing in the middle of a game for the first time in this whole doubleheader. It's 200 runs in the top of the fifth. That put Hampton-Dumont up 3-2 here at Waterloo Riverfront Stadium. Got a momentary delay before the bottom of the fifth begins, as the pitcher, Peyton McNeely, apparently needs a new belt for his uniform. Ottumwa will have Shark, Rominger, and Barnes due up. The Bulldogs scored 2 in the first, but left the bases loaded. They had bases loaded, nobody out, and a run home, and only got 1 more run out of it, and that came on an error. They left 2 on base in both the third and fourth innings. They've had runners doubled off on line drives twice in this game after having multiple players thrown out on the bases in Game 1. It has not been a good fundamental game fundamental day on the base paths for OHS. The good news is, it's only the bottom of the fifth, and they've still got a chance to come back. It's only 3-2. Hampton-Dumont has 3 runs on 2 hits. I've got them with 4 errors. Ottumwa has 2 runs on 2 hits as Tanner Shark bunts at third base side. Great bunt, charging Helmke, and his throw will not nearly be in time, and he nearly threw it away. It's knocked down by the first baseman Birdsell. Helmke never should have thrown that. Ottumwa nearly got an extra base out of it. But a bunt single for Shark. And there's Ottumwa's third hit. Bulldogs have 2 errors, so it's, and now they put a 4th error on the board. That Shark had that beat by a mile. That is a base hit. There's no error on that play. That's clearly a hit for Shark. And the batter is Rominger, who was struck out and popped out. Takes a pitch down low, 1-0. So Ottumwa now with 3 hits and the tying run at first. And now Rominger checks the play card to know what Coach Yeager has in mind. Shark can run, certainly one of the faster players on the team. The 1-0. Bunted in the air back to the screen. Count evens at a ball and a strike. One and one to Rominger. Now Rominger down to talk to Coach Yeager, and they're looking at that little code card that Javen's wearing on his belt to make sure they're on the same page as Rominger walks back to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Bulldog pitcher trying to help his own cause. Now time called. Shark at first with a bunt single. McNeely from the stretch. The pitch. There's a little looper to shallow left. That'll get down for a base hit. Running out to pick it up, the shortstop Guerrero gets it back into third. But a bloop single for Rominger, and Ottumwa's in business. First and second, nobody out. The batter Lucas Barnes, who's 0 for 1 and has been hit by a pitch. Will we get a courtesy runner for Rominger? Or with his speed, he plays center field when Shark's pitching, so Javen's going to run for himself. And now here's Barnes. Is Barnes bunting here? The plus to a bunt, you get 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out. The downside is you're coming to the bottom third of the order. Barnes showing bunt. Pitch in the dirt. Pulled the bat back, and ball 1. It almost looked like McNeely was trying to throw that pitch and at the same time come off the mound to charge a bunt. If he doesn't finish his motion, he's not going to throw a strike. Here's the 1-0. Nope, a throw back to second, but not in time. And Guerrero, the shortstop, never got to the second base bag. Again, that's supposed to be the daylight play where you only make that throw if there's daylight between the shortstop and the runner. And there was no daylight. Now the pitch. Bunted, and it's a foul ball that came right back up and hit the bat of Barnes. So that's a foul ball, and the count even at a ball and a strike. Again, if a foul ball strikes a batter or the bat while the hitter is still in the batter's box, it's a foul ball. If you're outside the batter's box and you get hit with the ball, you're out. The next offering, low and away in the dirt. Barnes again pulled the bat back 2-1. Boy, the third baseman, or the first baseman, I should say, Birdsell, is running in, and he's maybe 30 feet from home plate when that ball gets to the dish. If Barnes ever swings away, Birdsell's going to have to duck and cover. The pitch, down low again in the dirt, throw down to third, and not in time. The throw looked like it beat Shark, but Helmke, the third baseman, had to short hop that throw, brought the glove up, and he couldn't get it down in time. I don't know if that's a stolen base or a wild pitch. The pitch was in the dirt. I'm going to write stolen base in the book. So it's runners at the corners now. The count is 3-1. Barnes still showing bunt. Bunts at it and missed. Snap throw down to third, and now Shark's in a pickle. Throw to the plate. Shark hit it back to third, throw to third, and Tanner is tagged out. Now throw back to second, and not in time. Boy, they nearly got Rominger over there, but he's into second. But now the count is 3-2, and Shark is out. 2-5 to 2-6, and another base running mistake. Shark was anticipating the bunt getting down. They had a squeeze on there, but again, it didn't work out. Now the 3-2 to Barnes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And for some reason, our home plate umpire feels the need to do a called strike 3 signal on a swing and a miss. And all of a sudden, Ottumwa's promising inning is almost effectively cut off. You've still got a runner at second, but now it's 2 outs and Tucker Long, who's 0 for 2. Maybe Long can pick up his teammates here. Two singles to start the inning, trying to get a bunt down. Got a runner to third without needing the bunt, and then, again, kind of ran themselves out of the inning unless Long can pull off a run-scoring hit here. Pitch misses outside 1-0 with Rominger on second and 2 down. One and 0 to Long. The pitch, way outside in the dirt. Count 2-0. The story of this doubleheader has been Ottumwa's adventures or misadventures on the base paths. That pitch is high, 3-0. Three and 0 to Long. Case and Palm on deck. The pitch. Long taking all the way, called a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Boy, if Long could just hit a line drive into the green of the outfield. He pops it foul out of play left side, and the count fills 3-2. Well, they're trying to find all these foul balls that have been hit into the stands. They've located a couple. There was one still caught up in the net, and they retrieved that one. So now 3-2 to Tucker Long. Man on second, 2 down, bottom 5. Ottumwa down a run. Way outside, ball 4. Another walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. So Long, without a pitch that he can hit, doesn't go chasing, and he passes the responsibility on to Case and Palm, who's 0 for 2. He's struck out, and he's reached on an error. Right-hander to right-hander, McNeely's pitch. Way outside, ball 1. Well, if you're Ottumwa here, maybe you just start taking pitches and hope McNeely is wild enough to make a mess of it on his own. The 1-0. High and away, 2-0. Well, McNeely having to throw a lot of pitches this inning. This will be the 19th pitch of the inning here, 2-0 to Case and Palm. It's on its way. Way high, off the catcher's glove, all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch, 3-0. And now you've got Rominger on third and Long on second. And Dalton Dowd on deck. Pause for a moment as our home plate umpire cleans the dirt off the dish. And now Palm will stand back in. Got to imagine he's got the take sign here, 3-0. The base hit could score 2 and give Ottumwa the lead again. Pitch inside, it hit him. Not anywhere near ball 4, not ball 4, the 4th hit batter of the game. The bases are loaded, and that'll bring the Hampton-Dumont head coach, Matt Lokenvitz, out of the dugout. And is he going to lift his starter here, McNeely? Indeed he will, and I think he's going to turn to his first baseman, Tommy Birdsell. And this is the 4th game of the year for Hampton-Dumont. It's the first time they've brought in a relief pitcher. So it's a call to the bullpen. We'll take 30 seconds, come back, and tell you a little bit about Birdsell as a pitcher on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Junior Tommy Birdsell, left-hander, will make his first appearance on the mound this season. Last year as a sophomore, 5 relief appearances, 0-1 record, 8.81 ERA, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed. Opponents had 312 against him, 11 walks, 8 strikeouts. Comes in with 2 outs and the bases loaded for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ottumwa still trailing Hampton-Dumont 3-2. Boy, and how different would this inning be if Ottumwa hadn't run into an out? And the batter will be Dalton Dowd, the catcher. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and he's reached on an error. Actually 1 for 1 because he got credit for a sacrifice, laid down a bunt, moved the runner over, and then reached when the throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. So lefty, bases loaded, 2 out, the pitch. Low, ball 1. No place to put him. A dog at every base. You've got Javen Rominger at third, Tucker Long at second, Kason Palm at first. The pitch. Low, 2-0. Good eye by Dowd. I'm guessing Birdsell was a lefty who was warming up in the middle of game 1. It's the only time I've seen anybody in the Hampton-Dumont bullpen tonight, but it's been a while since he warmed up. The 2-0. Low and away, 3-0. And now you know that Dowd has a take slide, and ball 4 would tie the game right here. I said maybe Ottumwa's best strategy was to just take pitches and see if Hampton-Dumont would pitch themselves into trouble. The 3-0 called a strike on the inside corner, 3-1. Dowd showing bunt, pulling the bat back, no intention of swinging. That's the first strike they've thrown since I said that. 3-1 to Dowd. The pitch in the dirt, ball 4. It goes to the backstop. Run scores on the walk. And holding at third is Long, and the game is tied at 3. So after the base running mistake earlier in the inning, Ottumwa does get at least 1 out of it, hopefully more. Dowd with an RBI walk. Luke Gravy will again be his courtesy runner. And I don't mean to pick on Luke, but there's 2 outs now. It can't be double off. Here's a ground ball up the middle and fielded by the second baseman, Baez, who steps on second to get the force and end the inning. Boy, off the bat, I thought that was going to get through. But Ottumwa ties the game. They get 1 run. There were 2 hits, 2 walks and a hit batter. They leave them loaded, but after 5, we're tied at 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, nothing decided here in game 2. Ottumwa 3, Hampton-Dumont 3. And we do have a call to the bullpen for OHS. And I think that is Tucker Long. Well, we talked about it in the opener last week. Tucker Long, a lot of attention already, University of Iowa commit. One reason is how hard he throws. Mid to upper 80s, seemingly effortless. And this will be his varsity pitching debut. Again, he's just wrapped up 8th grade at Evans Middle School. Has yet to take a class at Ottumwa High. But here he is. making his varsity pitching debut. He's already been the starting shortstop. So let's check the defense here. Adam Greiner has moved to third base. Javen Rominger is at first. And Carter Thompson has moved to shortstop. So both starters get no decisions. And the first pitch by Long to Kyle Helmke is over but low, ball one. Peyton McNeely, no decision, 4 2/3 innings for Hampton-Dumont as that pitch swung on and missed, tied him up inside 1-1. McNeely allowed 3 runs, only 1 earned on 4 hits. I'll get the walk and strikeout totals in a moment. He had quite a few of the former. The 1-1, just off the plate outside, 2-1. That pitch up and in, 3-1. McNeely walked 3. He hit 4 batters. And he struck out 4. That pitch in there for a strike, and the count fills 3-2. Top of the 6th inning, tied at 3. Helmke to be followed by Birdsell and Heron. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the first batter that Tucker Long faces is a varsity pitcher. He strikes him out, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. 1 down for Birdsell, who again is now the pitcher. Righty to lefty now on the pitch. Swing and a miss at an inside fastball, strike 1. Long, one of the many pitchers who throws righty but bats lefty. Here's his 0-1. And a foul off to the right out of play, 0-2. Long has his sign, the wine, and the 0-2. On the inside corner, called strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Second strikeout for Long, this time on 3 pitches, also brought to you by Sonic Drive-In Ottumwa. 2 down for Tucker Heron, who's flied to center and grounded to short. Tucker Long to Tucker Heron. First pitch. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, 0-1. Oh-1 the count, the next offering. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Can Long strike out the side? That's outside, 2-2. Not yet, anyway. The line on Javen Rominger, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, 1 earned, 2 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 83 pitches. And now time called. Both starting pitchers gave up 3 runs, but only 1 earned. Dowd out to talk to Long about what they want to do here, 2-2 to Tucker Heron. Now the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Low and away, 3-2. They went with the breaking ball and couldn't get Heron to chase. Boy, I would say don't overthink this one. Give him the fastball, the 3-2. He does swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. 3 strikeouts. Tucker Long strikes out the side, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In Ottumwa. 1-2-3 goes Hampton-Dumont. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Ottumwa 3, Hampton-Dumont 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the sixth inning. This would be the time for Ottumwa to score again. I mean, any time Ottumwa scores is a good time, but tied at 3, bottom of the sixth. You get a run here, and all of a sudden you're 3 outs away from victory. You'd like more than one run, of course, but you've got Tucker Long on the mound, and he just struck out the side in the top of the sixth. You get him a run, feel pretty good about your chances going to the seventh, although I could have said that in game 1, too. Ottumwa dropped game 1 4-3, giving up all 4 runs in the bottom of the seventh. Tied at 3 here in the sixth. Carter Thompson will lead it off. First pitch from Tommy Birdsell is way outside, ball 1. Birdsell came on in relief with the bases loaded and 2 out in the 5th inning and walked in the tying run. That will technically count as a blown save, although that's not a stat they keep in high school. Pitch inside to Thompson, 2-0. Carter's reached on an error, popped out to first, and been hit by a pitch. Game is in the hands of the relievers. The 2-0. Up and away, 3-0. And Ottumwa has profited the last several at-bats or last several plate appearances by taking pitches, because as Peyton McNeely, the starter, was fading, he lost his control. Thompson takes a strike 3-1, and Birdsell walked out on 5 pitches to walk in the tying run in the 5th inning. He's 3-1 on Thompson here to start the 6th. The pitch fouled off to the right, and the count fills 3-2. Griner and Shark to follow. Anybody gets on Rominger. The 3-2. Low ball 4. Leadoff walk. Another walk drawn by Ottumwa hitting. Brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. So here's Griner, who's walked, singled, and flied to right. Would you have your number 3 hitter bunt here? Arguably your best hitter on the team. First pitch, no sign of it, outside, ball 1. Griner again checking the codes to see what Coach Yeager has in mind. Ottumwa 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. Hampton-Dumont 3 runs, 2 hits, 4 errors. Griner shows bunt, bunts it foul, first base side. Count evens at a ball and a strike. You look at the fielding errors that Hampton-Dumont has had in this game, and that might make you more inclined to lay down a bunt and see if they'll make another mistake. Throw to first, and back in standing up is Thompson. Still 1-1 to Griner. Thompson gets his lead. The pitch. Griner never showed bunt, took the pitch, called a strike at the knees, 1-2. I think Adam thought that was low. 1-2 to Griner. And the pitch, swinging a foul at the plate off of Griner's foot. I would like the umpire to watch Birdsell a little more closely. I don't believe he came set on that pitch. You have to come set for a second before you come home when you're in the stretch when there's a runner on base. And I don't feel like Birdsell ever came set. And Griner limping a little bit after that foul ball off his foot. We're going to watch Birdsell here on this pitch. He did come set that time. Breaking ball up and in. Griner ducks out of the way, 2-2. Two and two to Griner. Kicking the pitch. Low and away. Good backhand stop by the catcher here. And 3-2, though, to Adam. I don't think you send the runner here. With a lefty on the mound, it's harder to get a jump if you're Thompson. And if you strike out, you're more likely to hit into a double play. A throw to first will chase Carter back standing up. You know Hampton-Dumont is thinking Ottumwa might run here. The 3-2 not going. Poked foul off to the right. Griner spoils a pretty good pitch. He'll stay alive. Still 3-2. We've reached 9 o'clock on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ Ottumwa. Also bringing you this game on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. They're getting a couple more foul balls retrieved for a home plate umpire. Meanwhile, Griner is still trying to shake off the effects of that foul ball he hit off his foot a few pitches ago. Digs back in, still with the full count, 3-2. Thompson at first, nobody out, tie game. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike three, and that's out number one. First strikeout in relief for Birdsell, and the batter Tanner Shark. Tanner's 1 for 2 with a walk, strikeout, and a bunt single. Thompson out to an average lead. First pitch. Inside, it hit him. 5th hit batter of the night for Ottumwa. First one that Birdsell has hit. The starter McNeely hit 4 of them. And that's now runners at first and second with 1 out for Javen Rominger, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. First pitch. Fouled straight back, 0-1. To Rominger, who's now playing first base. Lefty to righty the pitch. Downstairs, 1-1. Ottumwa trying to grab the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game tied at 3. Birdsell bluffs to second. Nobody was covering. Thompson trots back to the bag. Now gets his lead again. Thompson at second, Shark at first. The pitch. High fly ball to shallow center. Coming in to make the catch is Valenzuela. Bluffing a tag is Thompson. There's 2 down. And Rominger, unfortunately, chased a pitch up about shoulder high. That would have been ball 2. Instead, it's a second out. And it's up to Lucas Barnes, who's popped up and hit by a pitch and has struck out. 0 for 2. One thing Ottumwa has not done in this game is squared up and hit any line drives. That pitch popped foul back and out of play, 0-1. They had 9 hits in game 1, and some of them were blips, but some of them were hit hard, but Ottumwa's not scoring up the ball well here in game 2. Now, Hampton-Dumont isn't either. And I got to imagine that the cold temps have had an effect both on the hitting and on the fielding. And maybe on the pitching, too, as we've had a lot of wildness. That pitch low and away, ball 1. Next week, we'll play in more baseball-like weather, I believe, but tonight's getting chilly. That pitch in the dirt all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch. Runners advance to second and third. 2-1 to Barnes, and now if that happens again, Ottumwa grabs the lead. A base hit definitely gives Ottumwa the lead. And this is what happened last inning. It was first and second, 2 out after a couple of miscues, and a wild pitch made it second and third, then a hit batter and a walk. That pitch called a strike on the inside corner, 2-2. And now time called Birdsell walking off the mound, and he might be limping. And as he and the catcher here and walk back towards the mound, the head coach for Hampton-Dumont, Matt Lokenvitz, I want to make sure I say that right, is out to check on his pitcher. Almost like he's trying to stretch out a cramp as he reaches down and kind of pulls on his left toes. Trying to stretch it out on the mound. He looks like he's saying he's okay. I think they're going to let him throw a, wouldn't call it a warm-up pitch, it's like a test pitch. So, he comes up hopping and holding that leg, and he sits down on the mound. Does he just have a cramp, or has he pulled a muscle? He may not be able to finish this at bat. And that's going to be it for Tommy Birdsell, unfortunately, as he has apparently suffered a calf injury, or at least a cramp that won't allow him to continue. And so Tucker Heron is being called in from right field to pitch, and he'll get as much time as he needs to warm up. So it's called to the bullpen, but let's take a 1-minute timeout, guys. Annie and Brandon, 1-minute timeout, and we're back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs. You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
So the new pitcher for Hampton-Dumont is Tucker Heron, who comes in from right field. First pitching appearance this year. Last year as a freshman, made 1 start, 3 relief appearances. He was 0-1 with a decent 3.75 ERA, 9 1/3 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed. He did walk 8, struck out 5 opponents at .293 against him. And replacing him in right field is Brody Strother. If I read the number, it looked like number 7, Brody Strother, who is just out of 8th grade. So if I saw that right, he's out in right field. Birdsell had to exit the game with what appeared to be a left calf injury. And now the batter, Lucas Barnes, has a 2-2 count with runners on second and third, 2 out, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the game is tied at 3. And this is kind of tough. It's tough for Barnes, but, there's nothing you can do about it. But he's been facing the left-hander Birdsell, and now he has a completely different pitcher to face, but he's already got 2 strikes against him. It's 2-2. So he's got to adjust very quickly. Heron will work from the stretch. Again, Birdsell injured and out of the game. 2-2 to Barnes. The pitch in the dirt, 3-2. Now Heron had as much time as he needed to get ready, but he's still coming in cold. Tucker Long on deck if Barnes keeps the inning alive. 3-2, a walk would load the bases for Long. Tucker Heron taking his time. Cal Heron, the catcher, I assume the older brother. So maybe that's a comfort for him. The 3-2. Swing and a chop foul, and Barnes stays alive. Thompson walked, Reiner struck out, Shark hit by a pitch, Rominger flied to right, a wild pitch put the runners at second and third. Then the lefty Birdsell injured his calf on a pitch, and the righty Heron has replaced him. 3-2 to Lucas Barnes. Heron comes set. The payoff. And it hit him on the arm, and that'll load the bases. Another hit batter. Sixth Ottumwa batter that's been hit. You can hear the Hampton-Dumont play-by-play guy call it a walk. That was a hit by pitch. 6 hit batters. McNeely, the starter, hit 4. Birdsell hit Shark in this inning, and now Barnes has been hit. And here's Tucker Long, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. And Long, who came on to pitch in the top of the 6th inning and struck out the side, now trying to help his own cause. Can he put himself in position to get the win? Pitch on the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Carter Thompson at third, Tanner Shark at second, Lucas Barnes at first. Tucker Long at the plate with an 0-1 count. Heron brings it home. Way outside, ball 1. Ottumwa trying to retake the lead. They led 2-0 after an inning. Hampton-Dumont got 1 in the 4th, 2 in the top of the 5th to go ahead. Ottumwa 1 in the bottom of the 5th to tie it. Bases loaded, 2 out, bottom 6. High chopper foul, third base side, fielded nicely by Coach Yeager. And Long down in the count, 1-2. Boy, it doesn't feel like Ottumwa squared up a ball and hit it hard this entire second game. Can Long get a pitch to drive right here, 1-2. Heron comes set. The pitch. Line foul off to the left out of play, a late swing, but Long stays alive. Long in defensive mode here. That was very much a B-hack, if you will. Either foul it off or put it in play. Hampton-Dumont's committed 4 errors in this game. At least make them field it. Still 1-2 to Long. The pitch. Check swing and called strike 3 anyway. On the pitch it looked high, but the inning is over. So Ottumwa loads the bases without a hit, but they leave them loaded. We go to the 7th, all tied at 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 7th inning, boy, we were hoping that Ottumwa would have grabbed the lead and Tucker Long would be pitching to get the win. He may still get the win, but right now he's just trying to get 3 outs and give his team a chance to win in the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 3, Ottumwa 3 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Hampton-Dumont 3 runs, 2 hits, and 4 errors. 8-9-1 due up for Hampton-Dumont, Baez, Johnson, and Guerrero. Marcos Baez has grounded back to the mound and has walked. Hampton-Dumont won game 1 4-3, scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning after Ottumwa had taken a 3-0 lead into the 7th. This game tied at 3 going to the 7th. Long's pitch, outside corner strike, 0-1. Long making his varsity pitching debut in relief. And a high chopper third base side charging is Griner. Fields throws on the run. And he was going to call him out, and then he changed to safe and said that Rominger was pulled off the bag. Are you sure that that foot was off the bag when he caught it? Rominger's saying, I was still on the bag. If the foot's in contact with the bag when the ball hits the glove, he's out, even if the foot comes off after. I don't know about that one. They're going to score that an infield hit, and boy, that's how the seventh inning began for Hampton-Dumont in game one. So here's Braden Johnson, who's walked and laid down a sac bunt. Probably bunting here. First pitch, bunted back to the mound. Long goes to second. Safe as the call there. Are you kidding me? There's no way. There's no way. I don't see any argument, at least nobody coming out of the dugout. Coach Hager not coming out of the dugout to argue, but so it's an infield hit and a fielder's choice, and here we go again. Top of the order, Guerrero. Showing bunt. Bunts it foul behind the plate, 0-1. Baez was running with the pitch. Someone needs to tell Tucker Long he's got to pay attention to Baez at second. Tied at 3, but Hampton-Dumont somehow scratching and clawing their way to 2 on, nobody out. And Hampton-Dumont will bunt runners around as long as they feel like they need to, because they know they're going to have a hard time hitting Tucker. Pitch bunted out and missed. It's in the dirt. Runner going to third. The throw, the tag, not in time. That should be strike 2. He bunted at that. The ball was in the dirt, but Guerrero bunted at it. And the umpire called it a ball, but then they asked for an appeal, and the base umpire says, yes, he did bunt at it, so it's 0-2. It is a wild pitch, putting the runner at third. Is Guerrero going to bunt with runners on the corners? The pitch. Swing and a chopper foul, not bunting there. Still 0-2. Well, Long needs a strikeout here. Thankfully, that's something he's pretty good at. Runners on the corners and nobody out. Infield in for Ottumwa. Long pause by Long, and now he steps off. Still 0-2. Maybe climb the ladder here with a fastball. We'll see. The pitch. Down and in. Runner goes. Throw back to the mound. Tried to catch Baez leaking off a third. Didn't happen. Ottumwa surrendered the base there. Count 1-2. Infield still in for OHS. Don't think they'd squeeze with a 2-strike count. Long's going to go from the windup here. Although Ottumwa needs to be careful. Hampton-Dumont won game 1 by stealing home with the bases loaded and the pitcher working from the windup. And I think that's what Ottumwa just said from the dugout. They told Tucker, go to the stretch. Watch that runner at third. So from the stretch, the 1-2. Chop foul, barely got a piece of it. Guerrero stays alive. Well, can Tucker Long get off this hook? An infield hit. A fielder's choice on a bunt where I'm convinced he was out at second, but he was called safe. Again, the 1-2. Breaking ball rolled back to the mound. Long will look the runner back to third and throw to first, 1 away. Now the runner coming home, the throw to the plate, not in time. Now back to third, and now Griner chasing Baez home and tags him out. And now there's 2 down. And this time it's Hampton-Dumont that makes a base running mistake. So let's sort this out. The chopper back in front of the mound. Long picked it up through to first. Baez was holding his ground at third, but it was Johnson who ran from second to third, and suddenly Baez was being forced home. And then Rominger at first threw it home to Dowd. Dowd chasing Baez back to third, threw it to Griner, and Griner ran him down. So score that put out 1-3 to 2-5, and now it's 2-out runner on second. The batter is Valenzuela, and the pitch misses outside, ball one. And just to compound things a little bit more, Braden Johnson, once Baez got in a pickle, Johnson should have gone to third. He went back to second, so he's at second and not third. As a pitch fouled off to the right out of play, 1-1. So not only did Braden Johnson cause the base running miscue for Hampton-Dumont by running to third when Baez was trying to hold at third, he then didn't at least take third base when Baez was in the rundown. It's 1-1 to Valenzuela. A moment ago, Hampton-Dumont had second and third, nobody out. Game tied at 3. Now it's a runner at second, 2 out, and the game's still tied at 3. That's the kind of thing that's been happening to Ottumwa tonight when they've been batting. But now it works in their favor. Let's see if Long can get out of it. Chopper slowly out in front of the plate, and it twists foul down the line. Only about 15 feet up the line. Count is 1-2. That ball had a lot of English on it. Dowd picked it up in foul territory, but honestly, with 2 out, and I don't think he could have gotten to it before it went foul, but if he could have picked it up in fair territory, he was standing between Valenzuela and the line down to first. He just would have been able to tag him out, and the inning would have been over. It's 1-2. Long looks back at second in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and a big fist pump from Tucker Long as he gets out of it with a strikeout, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 7th, a run will win it for Ottumwa. And we're tied at 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning. This has been a crazy second game. It was a crazy end to game 1. Pretty much all of game 2 has been crazy. We're tied at 3. Ottumwa and Hampton-Dumont. And your Ottumwa Bulldogs a chance to walk it off if they can get a run here in the bottom of the 7th. Right-hander Tucker Heron, who had to come on in relief of Tommy Birdsell, who left the game with an injury mid-at-bat last inning. So Heron, the sophomore, will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the Ottumwa order: Kaysen Palm, Dalton Dowd, Miles Sainer. Palm has struck out, reached on an error, and been hit by a pitch. 6 Ottumwa batters have been hit by a pitch in this game. First pitch to Palm here, up and in, ball 1, off the glove of the catcher Cal here and all the way to the backstop. Oh, 0-1 to Palm. The next offering. Low and away, 2-0. I would imagine the instructions here to Palm and then Dowd in the 8 and 9 spots are you're taking until you get at least a strike. The 2-0. Outside corner, strike 1. Hampton-Dumont's control has been, to put it mildly, not there in this game. The 2-1 way outside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to Palm, the second baseman. The pitch, high, ball 4. Another walk drawn by Ottumwa hitting, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Winning run at first, nobody out. Dalton Dowd, the batter. Dowd singled in the second inning, laid down a sacrifice and reached on a bad throw in the fourth. And he walked again in the fifth, and that was an RBI walk that brought home the tying run. Almost certainly bunting here. Third baseman Helmke in, welling on the grass. First pitch up and in, ball 1. No sign of a bunt yet. I will say this, sometimes Coach Yeager will have a take sign on a first pitch when he wants to bunt, especially when a pitcher's being wild. And then maybe the bunt will be on after that. And actually, Dowd has gone halfway down the third baseline to talk to Coach Yeager about what they want to do. 1-0 to Dowd. Palm at first. Nobody out. Bottom 7 tied at 3. A run wins it here for OHS. Pitch, a strike on the inside corner. 1-1. Dowd taking all the way. Outfield shading Dalton the other way. If he could pull one into the gap in right center, he'd at least put the winning run on third. Now shows bunt. And a good bunt out in front of the mound, fielded by Heron. Throw to first is there. Ooh, and Dowd stumbled into the bag. And he's trying to make a case that something was amiss there, but the sacrifice is successful as Heron throws him out 1-3. Dalton's second sacrifice of the game. Winning run in scoring position. 1 down, Miles Sainer. Boy, Miles is due for some luck here. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first inning. He sharply lined out in the second and fourth innings and bounced into a fielder's choice in the fifth. So 0 for 3, he's hitting a tough luck. First pitch, way inside, nearly got hit again. Ball 1. And here's some of the calls from the bench. Let it hit you, we got ice. Although in this instance, a hit batter doesn't help Ottumwa that much, and it actually sets up force plays for Hampton-Dumont. That pitch over the head of Sainer, 2-0, and Tucker Heron doesn't know where the ball's going right now. Hitters count for Sainer, 2-0. The question is, will he get a pitch he can hit? The pitch, blown away, 3-0. Carter Thompson on deck. Cannot imagine Sainer has the green light here. Boy, the shortstop Guerrero's trying to keep Palm close at second. There's a big hole in the left side of the infield. The 3-0. Taken all the way, missed up and away, ball 4. Another walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 2 on, 1 out. And it's Carter Thompson who's reached on an air and scored, popped out and hit by a pitch and walked. So 0 for 2, but he's been on base 3 times. Tied at 3. First and second, 1 out, bottom 7. The winning run at second. It has set up a potential double play, though, with that walk. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Heron has gotten that pitch a couple times in this inning, but he hasn't shown an ability to do it consistently. But Thompson is down on the count, 0-1. The next offering. Ground ball right side. That's still a third base hit. Around third is Palm on his way home. Up with it, the right fielder's throw. The throw to the plate is wide, and Ottumwa wins. Bulldogs win it 4-3 on the walk-off RBI single by Carter Thompson. So Ottumwa got walked off in game 1. They returned the favor in game 2. And the Bulldogs finally get their first win of the season. And they'll earn a split in this doubleheader at Waterloo Riverfront Stadium against Hampton-Dumont. Bulldogs win 4-3 the final, mirroring the game 1 score. And Ottumwa will head home for the holiday weekend and get ready for conference play next week. 4-3 the final score. We'll take 3 minutes, come back and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time to Cost Cutters Field at Waterloo Riverfront Stadium, where your Ottumwa Bulldogs split a neutral site doubleheader. They lost game one in heartbreaking fashion to Hampton-Dumont 4-3, but the Bulldogs walk it off in game two over Hampton-Dumont by a 4-3 score. The game two totals for Ottumwa: 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 15 men left on base. Tucker Long, the winning pitcher, in his varsity pitching debut, he is 1-0. For Hampton-Dumont, 3 runs, 3 hits, 4 errors, 4 left on base. Tucker Heron takes the loss. He's 0-1. The ballgame took 2 hours and 9 minutes to complete. Ottumwa now in the win column. They're 1-5. Hampton-Dumont falls to 2-2. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics comes up Tuesday afternoon, the day after Memorial Day, as Ottumwa softball plays at Des Moines East. We start conference play. Baseball and softball will be at East. We'll have softball on Monday, first pitch at 5 o'clock on KBIZ and on the live video stream. I want to thank our sponsors one more time: Roto-Rooter, Bridge City Realty, Community First Credit Union, Mike's Pizza, Family First Chiropractic, Reflection Studio, Meridian Credit Union, Mercy One Ottumwa, Lisco, Lee's Photography, Citizens Mutual, Sonic Drive-In, and Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach John Yeager for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Brandon Drew, the radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. Folks, have a safe, healthy, and happy Memorial Day weekend. We'll talk to you next Tuesday when Bulldog softball plays at Des Moines East. Until then, good night, everybody.